Okay, so apply natin yung theories kanina about segregation of fixed and variable elements of mixed cost. So, by this time, i-apply na natin yung ways on how to separate the fixed and variable components ng ating mixed cost. Kasi, di ba, kailangan natin paghiwalayin yung variable at fixed cost para sa paggawa ng ating income statement, lalo na kung ito ay contribution margin approach. Okay po. And kasi ang pinag-aaralan natin dito is cost as to behavior. So, kailangan natin i-separate yung dalawang cost component ng mixed cost. Take note of the slope or cost formula to be used in linear approaches to analyze mixed cost. So, ito yung gagamitin natin, y equals a plus bx. Parang same din siya nung y equals mx plus b. So, dito, ito yung gagamitin natin. Yung y, yan yung ating total cost. Okay? A, the total fixed cost. B is our variable cost per unit. And yung x natin, number of activity or units or the cost driver. Okay. So, para saan ba tong cost formula na to or cost function? So, gagamitin natin siya para malalaman natin yung magiging total cost kung mag-iiba-iba ang ating activity level. Kung magkano na ba, for example, yung cost driver natin ay 10,000, magkano kaya ang magiging total cost for the 10,000? Bawa, nag-iba 15,000. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. So, kukunin natin yan based sa mga given dito sa ating problem. So, sabi natin, high-low method. Ito muna, yung pinakamadali. Favorite ng lahat. Kasi, titignan lang yung highest and lowest point. Then, kukunin ng difference para makuha na yung B or yung ating variable cost per unit. So, ang formula natin, variable cost per unit equals the difference in cost divided by the difference in activity or cost driver. So, our sample problem, summer condotel, would like to come up with a cost formula that admitting department cost to the number of guests admitted during a month, the admitting department's cost, and the number of guests admitted during the past 9 months follows. So, nagbigay siya ng data, number of guests admitted at admitting department cost. So, ang gustong gawin daw ni Summer Condotel ay gumawa ng cost formula para makita yung relationship na itong number of guests admitted at admitting department cost. Kumbaga, magkano kaya para malaman nila yung magiging admitting department cost nila kapag nagbago yung number ng guests na ina-admit nila. Okay. So, the requirements are to determine the variable cost per activity, fixed cost, monthly cost function, and estimated cost if the number of guests admitted for October is 42 guests. So, binigay ko rin yung answer dito sa question ito. And ito yung suggested solution para makuha natin yung tamang sagot. So, since high-low method yung gagamitin natin, ang kailangan natin is to determine the highest and lowest point doon sa given data. Note that the determinant whether the item is the highest or lowest point is the level of activity or the cost driver, which is the X and not the total cost na Y. Okay. So, cost driver is the X and yung cost is the Y. So, ang titignan nyo daw is yung X at wag yung Y. Okay? Kapag naghahanap kayo ng highest at lowest point. Okay po. So, ito ang ating X or the cost driver at yung cost, yan yung ating Y. So, tignan natin yung data na binigay from January to September. Then, dito kayo titingin sa X kasi ito yung magiging basis nyo. So, meron tayong 36, 38, 34, 30 na dalawa, 22, 20, 25, and 32. So, kung titignan natin, ang highest point is etong February na may 38 guests admitted at ang lowest point natin ay etong July na meron lang 20 guests na na-admit for 30,720. So, wag malilito pag high-low, ang titignan nyo po ay ang cost, driver, at hindi ang cost. Okay? So, after nating ma-determine yung highest and lowest point, mako-compute na natin ngayon yung ating variable cost per activity. So, variable cost, difference daw ng cost divided by the difference of the cost driver or activity level. So, we have 36,480 less 30,720 divided by 38 minus 20. Ang total variable cost per activity or per guest admitted is 320 pesos. So, meron na tayong value ng B doon sa ating equation na y equals A plus bx. So, anong gagawin natin ngayon? Since meron na tayong B, kailangan nating hanapin yung A, which is the total fixed cost. So, step 3, solve for the fixed cost. Choose between the high point and low point and solve for the fixed cost by deducting the total variable cost to the total cost. Okay? So, yan yung y equals A plus bx natin. So, based dun sa suggested solution, ito yung na-compute natin. The total fixed cost will be 24,320. Okay, so pag nagko-compute kayo ng fixed cost, pwede kayong mamili either yung highest or yung lowest point ang gagamitin nyo na isa-substitute nyo doon sa ating cost formula. So, ano yung sinasabi ko? So, for example, ang ginamit natin is yung lowest point, which is yung meron tayong 20 na number of guests admitted at meron tayong 30,720 na total cost. So, ang magiging cost function natin, total cost is 300,720 equals A. Kasi yung A yung hinahanap natin, di ba? Plus 320, ito na yung na-compute nating B, times X, yung number of guests admitted, which is 20. Okay? Ngayon, ang kino-compute, ang walang value is yung A, yung total fixed cost. So, ibig sabihin, yung A is equal to Y minus BX. So, 30,720 less natin doon sa total variable cost. So, ang fixed cost natin, 30,720 less the total variable cost of 6,400. Total fixed cost is equivalent to 24,320. Kahit gamitin mo yung highest point, ganun pa rin yung mako-compute mo. Ito ang solution. So, isa-substitute lang natin yung mga given value para sa highest and lowest point. So, kay high point, 36,480 equals A kasi nahanap natin yung fixed cost. Plus 320 times 38 na number of guests admitted no highest point equals 36,480 less 320 times 38. So, kung tatanungin kayo, how much is the total variable cost if the guests admitted are 38 guests? So, ang sagot nyo, itong 12,160. Ito ang total variable cost mo. Kasi 36,480, yan yung total cost mo. Pero dahil yung fixed cost ang kinocompute natin, so we have a total fixed cost 24,320. Same sila ng total fixed cost ni low point. Kasi nga, kahit anong gamitin mo sa highest and lowest point, same pa rin yung makukuha mong fixed cost. Okay? Kaya natin ginagamit yung cost formula kasi nga, inaalam natin yung relationship ng X and Y natin, di ba? Kung meron ba talaga silang correlation. Kung nakaka-affect ba yung cost driver natin para mag-change yung ating total cost. Okay, so based dito, meron na tayong cost formula or function. So, paano natin gagawin yon? I-substitute mo lang yung mga na-compute mong value ng A at B. Okay, so ang sagot, Y equals 24,320 plus 320x. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung gagamitin nating cost function para makompute natin kung magkano ang magiging total cost natin kapag nag-change yung ating number of guests admitted. Okay? So, number 3 question, kung 42 daw yung guest na inadmit nila, magkano ang magiging total cost nila. So, dito, magagamit na natin yung cost formula or cost function na nagawa natin. Okay? Or na-determine natin. So, we have y equals 24,320 plus 320x. Ito yon. Yung nagawa natin based doon sa pag-compute natin ng value ng variable cost at fixed cost. So, y equals 300, mali. Y equals 24,320 plus 320 pesos times yung x ay yung value ng guest admitted. So, ang sabi, 42 daw. If 42 guests yung i-admit nila, magkano ang magiging total cost? So, i-substitute mo yung value ng x by 42 guests. Okay, so after that, meron na tayong total cost na mako-compute, 37,760. Kasi may total fixed cost tayo, 24,320. At may total variable cost tayo na 13,440. The total cost for admitting guest is 37,760. Yan ay para sa 42 guests. Okay, sobrang dali lang ng high-low. Piliin mo si highest and si lowest point. Then, hanapin ang A at B. Or yung ating variable and fixed cost. Then, mag-formulate ka ng cost formula or cost function na pwede mong magamit para malaman mo kung magkano ang magiging total cost mo if mag-iba-iba man yung cost driver or activity level mo. Next, illustration 2. You are requested to help in the preparation of fixed budgets. The study made of the shipping expenses showed the following over a period of time, and there is no indication that past trends will change in the future. So, meron tayong sales volume and shipping expense. So, ito yung nagiging transaction niya, tama? So, ang gagawin natin is to help in the preparation of fixed budgets. Okay? So, ano dyan ang X? Ano dyan ang Y? Sabi natin, we have Y equals A plus BX. Tama? Y is the total cost, A is the total fixed cost, B is the variable unit cost, and X is the cost driver. So, ano dito yung X or ano yung titignan natin dyan para malaman natin yung highest and lowest point? Sales volume ba o shipping expense ba? Okay, so dahil ang Y ay cost or expense, so malamang si shipping expense, ito yung ating Y. And yung sales volume natin, ito yung ating X. And ito ang ating magiging basis sa paghanap ng highest and lowest point. Okay, so ano ba yung requirement? Using the high-low method, hanapin daw ang rate of variability of shipping expense per sales volume. So, ito po, pag rate of variability, malamang variable cost per sales volume or per unit. Next, fixed portion of the shipping expenses. So, hinihiwalay or sinesegregate na kasi natin yung mixed cost. So, after nating mahanap yung variable cost, next is the fixed cost. And letter C, the total amount of shipping expense, assuming that the sales volume is 11,300 pesos. Okay, mali to. So, 11,300 lang dapat. 11,000 kasi sales volume. So, 11,300. So, yan yung kailangan nating hanapin. So, hanapin natin ang magiging variable cost per unit based dito sa given, ang total fixed cost based dito sa given, and gagawa natin or magpo-formulate tayo ng cost function or cost formula para mahanap natin ang total amount of shipping expense na kakailanganin kung sakaling maging 11,300 ang sales volume ng company. Okay. Tignan natin ang given data. Hanapin si highest, hanapin si lowest. Okay, so the lowest is itong 9,300. And ang ating highest ay etong 15,000. So, isolve natin. Ito pala siya. Okay. So, sabi natin, we have the lowest here. Lowest is 9,300 and the highest is etong 15,000. After nating ma-determine yung highest and lowest point, pwede na nating ma-compute ang variable cost per sales volume. Okay, so difference in cost, magkano ba ang naging cost? 4,200. So 4,000, 4,000. Okay. So 4,000, ito. 4,200 less, magkano ba yung kay lowest? 2,889. Okay, so 2,889 then divided by how much is the sales volume? The highest is 15,000. 15,000. Okay. 15,000 and the lowest is 9,300. Okay. So, meron na tayong highest and lowest point. So, our variable cost per sales volume is equal to 42 less 2,889 divided by 15,000 less 9,300. So, what we have is 0.23. Ito ang value ng ating variable cost per sales volume. So, B is equal to 0.23. Nakuha nyo ba yan? Dapat sinasabayan nyo ko habang nagko-compute. So, meron tayong B na 0.23. After nating makuha yung value ng B, we can now compute for the total fixed cost using our formula. Isa-substitute natin kasi ito yung gagamitin natin to formulate the cost function or cost formula. Y is equal to A plus BX. So, pwede tayong mamili kung highest or lowest point yung gagamitin natin. So, gamitin na lang natin yung lowest point. The lowest point, 2,889 is equals to, syempre wala pa tayong value ng A, times B which is 0.23, 0.23 or 23 centavos multiplied by the lowest sales volume natin, 9,300. So, ang A natin is equal to A is equal to 2,889 less the total variable cost, 0.23 times 9,300. Paki-compute, 3 times 0.23, we have 2,139. So, 2,139, yan naging total variable cost kapag 9,300 ang sales volume natin. So, after that, mako-compute na natin yung total fixed cost natin. Our total fixed cost is equal to, paki-less, 2,889 less 2,139. Meron tayong 750 pesos na total fixed cost. And so, after nating makompute ang per unit variable cost at ang total fixed cost, we can formulate now the total or the cost function. Okay, so ang cost function natin, after nating makompute yan, y is equal to 750 plus 23 centavos 23 centavos times x. So, ito na ang ating cost function. Y equals 750 pesos of total fixed cost plus 0.23x. Okay. So, yan ang cost function natin. Ito na ang gagamitin natin para makompute natin ang magiging total cost if ever magbabago ang sales volume natin. So, pwede nating sagutin yung question number 3. The question number 3, the total amount of shipping expense assuming that the sales volume is 11,300. So, gamitin natin yung ating cost function na formulate. And i-substitute natin yung given value ng x, which is 11,300 na sales volume. Y equals 750 plus 0.23 x. Okay. So, ang y natin equals 750 plus 23 centavos multiplied by 11,300 na sales volume. So, ang answer natin, the total shipping expense if our sales volume is 11,300, you can compute. Add nyo na 750 plus the total variable cost na na-compute. 0.23 times 11,000. We have 2,530. 2,530. And our total shipping expense if the sales volume is 11,300 equals, how much po? We have 3,280. 3,280. Ito ang ating sagot. Our total shipping expense for 11,300 na sales volume ay 3,280. Sana nakasunod kayo sa high-low method. Siguro nagtataka kayo, no? Bakit po sa pagpili ng highest and lowest, hindi natin sinama si 27,500? Bakit ang pinili natin ay yung 15,000 na sumunod lang dun sa 27,500? Okay, kasi ganito yan. Sa pagpili natin ng highest and lowest point, hindi natin sinasama yung mga extremely high and extremely low. Bakit? Kasi hindi sila magiging good representative netong mga information or data na ito. Kailan lang ba nagkakaroon ng extremely high and extremely low na mga expenses na ganyan? Halimbawa, nagkaroon ng seasonal, di ba? Seasonal days? Okay, so halimbawa, Pasko kasi, kaya pala malakas or madami yung sales volume nila. Okay? Kaya lang tumataas dahil sa season. Or nagkaroon ng, for example, mga relief goods, yung tinda nila, biglang tumaas yung benta ng relief goods kasi pala nagkaroon ng bagyo. Kaya naging extremely high and extremely low. So, eto, hindi natin isinasama sa pagpipilian ng highest or lowest na point. Okay? Hindi sila magiging magandang representative ng ating data. And kung halimbawa, 1,000 dito, okay? 1,000 tapos 4,890 yung naging cost, hindi rin natin gagamitin or isasama sa paghanap ng highest and lowest point kasi extremely low siya. Ito namang 27,500, extremely high. Masyadong malayo yung range nila dun sa mga given information na nasa problem natin. Tama? So, ang tawag sa kanila ay mga outliers. Pag mga outliers, hindi sinasama sa pagpipilian. Okay po? Kaya ang sagot natin sa highest and lowest ay etong 9,300 at etong 15,000. Okay. So, sana maliwanag yon. Huwag isama ang outliers. Proceed tayo sa least square regression analysis. Sabi natin, eto lumalabas to sa board exam. May isa akong na-encounter na ganito. O diba, isa lang yun, pero kailangan mo siyang aralin. Ewan ko kung isa. Parang dalawa yung questions niya, ganun. Pero lumalabas ito sa mga mockboard. Okay. So, this is a statistical technique. So, medyo mas, anong tawag dito, highly mathematical itong way ng pagsisegregate ng ating mixed cost. Okay? So, gagamit tayo ng formula. Ito ay sa book ni Pepe. So, we can compute the unit variable cost or yung B using this formula. N summation of xy minus summation of x times summation of y over n summation of x squared minus summation of x squared. Okay? And total fixed cost equals summation of y minus b summation of x over n. Where the n is the number of observations. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, for example, binigyan tayo ng data from January to June. Ilang observation yon? Or ilan yung n natin? January, February, March, April, May, June. So, we have 6 observations. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng n. Okay? And summation of y, ang gagawin lang natin is to total or sum the total cost of all observation. And summation of x, itotal mo lang lahat ng value ng x. And summation of xy, total mo lahat ng product ni xy. At yung summation of x squared, itotal mo lang din lahat ng product na x squared. Okay? Or yung square ng lahat ng activities of all observation. And we also have another way to compute to formulate the cost function or cost formula. Pwede tayo gumamit ng equation 1 at equation 2. Then, gumamit tayo ng elimination or substitution. Dito sa problem natin, ang ipapakita ko na lang is yung first way to compute the A and B and to formulate the cost function or cost formula. So, sample problem natin, summer companies' total overhead costs at various levels of activity are presented below. So, 4 lang ito. So, month, January to April, machine hours yung ating given and total overhead costs. So, our X here is, syempre, yung machine hours kasi ito ang ating magiging cost driver or level of activity. And dahil cost, expense, ito ang ating Y, the total overhead cost. Kasi cost nga siya eh. Required, determine the cost function for total overhead cost. So, ito ang magiging sagot natin mamaya. And what will be the total overhead cost if the machine hours for the month of May total 1,500 hours? Okay? So, sagutan na natin. So, unlike the high and low, napipili lang tayo ng highest and lowest point at tatanggalin yung mga outliers. Dito, kailangan natin computein yung summation ng xy, yung x squared. Okay? So, mas madaming ginagawa. Kaya, yung sagot natin dito is mas accurate compare sa high-low. Suggested solution, get the necessary values for the computation. Ito yung mga summations na nasa formula natin. So, kunin natin yung mga summation na ito. Okay, so, isa-substitute natin dito. We have January to April. So, that is 4 observations. So, yan yung magiging value ng N natin. And we have machine hours. Yan, di ba yung X natin? So, ito total natin. Okay, so we have 6,160. And total overhead cost, yan yung Y natin. I-total din natin, 11,844. And sabi dun sa formula, meron tayong summation of XY. So, anong gagawin natin sa summation of XY? kailangan muna nating hanapin yung product ni X and Y. So, 1,400 times 2,910, yun yung 4,074,000. And for February, 1,120 na value ng X multiplied by the value of Y, 2,550. We have 2,856,000 and so on for the March and April. So we have the summation of XY, 18,569,040. And the last column is the X squared. Kasi nasa formula natin yung summation of X squared. So paano natin gagawin yon? We are just going to square the value of X. Ito yung value ng X natin, yung ating machine R. So, i-square mo lang siya. Paano mag-square? Multiply by itself. So, 1,400 times 1,400 is equal to 1,960,000. And for February, 1,120 times 1,120 is 1,254,400 and so on for March and April. And we have the summation of X squared now, 9,878,400. So, after nating makompute lahat ng necessary values, okay? So, pwede na nating i-substitute yan doon sa formula na meron tayo for variable cost at para doon sa ating fixed cost. Or kay B at kay A. Okay. So, now we have N summation of XY. So, our N is the number of observation which is 4. From January to April. 4 times 18,569,040. Bakit yon? Kasi yun ang summation ng XY. Okay? Minus the summation of X daw. Ang summation of X is 6,160 times the summation of Y, 11,844. Then divided by N, yun ulit is 4, times the summation of X squared, which is 9,878,400, minus the square of the summation of X. So, 6,160 squared. So, ang sagot natin dyan, the unit variable cost will be 0.84 or 84 centavos. So, after nating makompute ang unit variable cost, we also have a formula for the total fixed cost. So, gamitin din natin summation of Y minus B summation of X over N. Substitute natin yung mga value na nakompute natin kanina. So, we have 11,844 the summation of Y minus 84 centavos kasi nakompute na natin yung B, di ba? So, 84 centavos times 6,160 na summation of X divided by 4 the number of observations. So, we have now the total fixed cost or A, 1,667 pesos and 40 centavos. After nating makompute ang unit variable cost at ang total fixed cost, madidetermine na natin yung cost function or cost formula. Makakapag-formulate na tayo ng cost formula which is Y equals the total fixed cost na na-compute, 1,667.40 plus 0.84x. So, eto na yung gagamitin natin kung gusto nating malaman yung total cost necessary. Okay? So, magkano ang magiging total overhead cost kung mag-iiba-iba yung machine hours natin. Okay? And the last question kasi doon, paano daw, okay, balik tayo sa question. What will be the total overhead cost if the machine hours for the month of May total 1,500 hours? Okay, so pagdating daw ng May, next month yun, di ba, after April. Nung May, 1,500 ang naging machine hours. So, ang gagawin lang natin is to substitute 1,500 doon sa X. So, Y equals 1,667 pesos and 40 centavos plus 84 centavos times 1,500 na machine hours. So, meron na tayong na-compute ngayon na total overhead cost for 1,500 na machine hours. Yun ay 2,927 pesos and 40 centavos. Kung halimbawa naman, pagdating ng June, okay, pagdating daw ng June, ang total machine hours niya ay 2,000 machine hours. Okay, so June, 2,000 machine hours. So, magkano ngayon ang magiging total overhead cost ni company? So, ang gagawin mo lang, substitute mo lang ulit yung value ng X doon sa ating na-formulate na cost function. Y equals 1,667.40 plus 0.84x. Okay? So, yung x natin ngayon magiging 2,000 machine hours na. So, meron tayong y equals 1,667.40 times 0.84x times natin yan sa 2,000 na machine hours. So, ang y natin ay magkano na po ang ating y? 1,667.40 plus 0.84 times 2,000, we have now a total of 3,347.40. Yan ang ating magiging total overhead cost kung 2,000 machine hours ang meron siya sa June. Okay, so tapos tayo sa least square or regression analysis. And now, we have here the correlation analysis na pinaliwanag ko rin sa PowerPoint. Sabi natin, kumbaga, ito yung strength of linear relationship between the two or more variables. So, we have x and y. Okay, yun yung pinag-aaralan natin ngayon. So, coefficient of correlation represented by small letter r. So, the range of coefficient is from -1 to 1. And we have coefficient of determination, yung square ng ating coefficient of correlation. So, apply natin ngayon dito sa ating sample problem. Summer Company uses the regression analysis to develop a model for predicting overhead cost. Two different cost drivers, machine hours, and the weight of direct materials used are under consideration as the independent variable. Relevant data are presented below. Okay. So, ito yung two different cost drivers, machine hours at saka weight of direct materials. So, ang tanong, what regression equation should the company use that would give more accurate information? Kasi 'di ba, sabi natin, dun sa coefficient, binigyan tayo dito ng coefficient of determination. Sabi, the higher the coefficient of determination, the more confidence one can have in the estimated cost formula. So, based dito, sa machine hours at saka sa direct materials weight, pwede tayo makapag-formulate ng cost function. Ngayon, ang tinatanong, saan kaya dyan ang mas accurate yung magiging information kung yun yung ginamit natin? Machine hours ba or itong direct materials weight? So, sa machine hours, meron daw tayong y-intercept na 2,500. And meron tayong x na 4. Meron tayong r squared, which is the coefficient of determination, 0.7 or 70%. Then, sa direct materials weight, we have y-intercept. Y-intercept is the A, okay, or the fixed cost. 4,600, x is 3.5, and 0.55 yung r squared. So, para malaman mo kung saang regression equation yung mas magbibigay ng accurate information, 'di ba? Kumbaga, yan yung goodness of fit. So, ang titignan mo dito is yung coefficient of determination. Kung gaano ba yung kanyang strength or yung goodness of fit niya para magkaroon tayo ng mas accurate or mas tama yung mako-compute nating total cost. So, based dito sa machine hours kasi, we can have the cost formula na 2,500 plus 4x. Okay? Dito naman sa kabila, direct materials weight, we can formulate cost function 4,600 plus 3.5x. Okay. So, ano yung titignan natin? Parehas cost function. Tignan natin yung kanilang coefficient of determination. Sa machine hours, meron daw 0.7. Dito, 0.55. Ano ba yung mas mataas? Etong, kay machine hours, meron tayong 0.7. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas ang coefficient of determination, mas malaki yung confidence natin na yung estimated cost formula natin ay magbibigay ng mas accurate na information. Kaya ang pipiliin natin ay itong sa machine R. So, ang sagot, letter B, y equals 2,500 plus 4x. Okay, so that would be all, and sana naintindihan si high-low, si least square, at si coefficient of correlation. Okay, bye-bye.